What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol BTC, of course, for the crypto Bitcoin. On the left-hand side, we have the 4-hour time frame chart, not the daily, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. First things first, this will be an update. We talk about Bitcoin and some other cryptos on the main channel regularly every Friday, so go check that out if you haven't already. The main update I wanted to bring you guys today, midday, is of course the fact that we're moving higher off of the really hot CPI data. So that is consumer price index, basically indicating whether or not inflation is greater than expected or less than expected. And as we know, it's certainly still elevated and greater than expected. Bitcoin, being a sort of, anticipated hedge to inflation, has moved higher on that news. You can certainly see early on in the morning at 8:30 when that number came out, we did sort of make that run higher. So what are we watching out for here inside of Bitcoin? Let's first start by giving ourselves a refresh of the 4-hour. So that's here on the left-hand side. Basically what we've been watching for quite some time. Again, this is covered on the crypto report every Friday on the main channel. Here we go. Massive run in play, consolidating here into a massive bull flag, right? So basically we were on the lookout here for a breakout up and over 64K, give or take, to take us into not only the all-time high, but after that about $71,000 per coin. Now, how did we arrive at that number? Again, we covered all of this last Friday. However, if we just do something like this with our fib extensions, what you'll notice is if we take from the low to the high to the pullback low, that gives us a 50% extension right at and around 71K, and then a 100% extension at and around 80, let's just round up, call it 84K as the major upside target. Now, I'm not saying we get to 84K. However, if we take a closer look at what's actually unfolding here, as of right now, we've technically made a new all-time high above this prior pivot. So let's start on the 30-minute and actually map these areas out to give us an idea of what we can watch for here inside of Bitcoin. We'll make the all-time high blue just so we're aware that that is the all-time high. We'll say that this is the consolidation low for the flag that's forming on the 30-minute time frame. So by flag, I'm simply referring to if we want to remain in this area right here, back and forth consolidation builds a bull flag, a breakout up and over that all-time high, as we know, puts into play that target at and around 71K. So about a $2,000 per coin move available here inside of Bitcoin if that's how it wants to pan out. Now, don't get too worried if we do break down underneath this 68,000 round number, because if we scrunch up the chart, so let's scrunch up the 30-minute here, what we'll notice is we actually have a solid support underneath. So let's go ahead and adjust this a little bit lower. I would argue it's really here around, let's call it 66,500, give or take. What you'll notice, big area of prior resistance here, then confirmed as support multiple times before the breakout higher. So on a breakdown of the flag lows, look for that to offer some support to the downside. And if it gives, it's still not the end of the world. Remember that if we scrunch up this chart, we really wanted to see, let's go ahead and put this back to auto. Here was the big consolidation range. This is really what everyone was watching. Is it either going to be long up and over 64K or short underneath 60K, right? That was the big thing to watch out for. So even if we break down the micro flag, even if we break down this as that prior shelf of support, we have this down here at 64K, which should really start to act as the strongest support if the move is going to be lower in Bitcoin. But as of right now, I just don't really see it unfolding that way, noting that we're breaking out of that really large bull flag, which we pointed out here in the beginning. Just as a reminder, that is this pattern right here. We're starting to break out to the upside. Let's see if these upside targets will come into play, but we ultimately have downside levels to watch for if there is going to be a more aggressive pullback. That's really going to wrap up the video. A lot of this also has to depend on what continues to happen with the CPI information, what happens with the inflation percentage points. Is it above what the Fed deems acceptable? Is it below? Is this still going to act as a hedge against inflation? Who really knows? But that's really going to wrap up the levels, which I'm watching for inside of the BTC. If you enjoyed the video or learned anything new today, let me know in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description. And all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.